We're continuing with the subject that we had begun, which is the mitzvah. It is actually a commandment to rebuke your fellow Jew in certain situations. One of them is where he has offended you, and it causes you to be angry with him. And thus you are put into a position by something the other person has done, a position where you could be violating a very serious avera, a very serious sin, and that is that thou shalt not hate thy brother or sister. In this case, it means any fellow Jew in your heart. Hatred of the heart is forbidden by the Torah. Yet, in this particular situation, what are you supposed to do? You did not initiate the confrontation. The other person did something to offend you. So, of course, the Torah is very realistic, but it does demand that you confront the person, and that's what's called to rebuke. You're supposed to rebuke him. The idea, of course, is to inform him of what he's done to you. Hopefully he'll regret it, he'll recognize he was wrong, and he'll apologize, and you'll forgive him. That is the ideal outcome. But in discussing this mitzvah, we learn a very, very significant point, and that is you have to go about the rebuke in a very intelligent way, in a way which is designed not to offend the person that you're rebuking, not to insult him. And therefore you're supposed to, of course, do it privately. Don't do it in front of others. And you're supposed to think about the right tone of voice, the right words. And very often we feel very strong emotions and we just blurt things out, and it becomes counterproductive. It doesn't achieve the objective, and it makes matters worse. So first of all, for practical reasons, when you're going about something like this, it's very delicate. And you have to take into consideration the feelings of the other individual, where he's coming from, and seek to communicate in a way which is best designed to get the point across. However, there's another dimension to this. We learn from this that even in the course of doing a mitzvah, you can really violate a serious avera. It is a mitzvah to engage in rebuke, but many people feel that just because I'm doing a mitzvah, I have a right to say whatever I want to say. Yet we learn from here, the Rambam derives from here, because the verse says you shall rebuke him and not bear sin because of him. What sin are we talking about? On one level, we're talking about the sin of embarrassing a fellow Jew, of causing affliction, mental affliction, verbal affliction. And we learn out from here that even though this person has wronged you, and you're supposed to do the mitzvah of rebuking him, it doesn't give you the right to embarrass that person. Indeed, to embarrass another person, or to embarrass him publicly, is considered to be one of the worst sins of all and could cause a person to lose his share in the world to come. So the lesson we derive from this is that even when you're doing a mitzvah, something which the Torah requires you to do, you have to go about it with sensitivity and with intelligence, and it doesn't give you license to hurt or to embarrass another Jew.